Alright everybody, welcome back to EKG. I'm here doing another episode of the Game of Thrones mod on Crusader Kings II. Now before we continue, I just wanted to let you know what where the spoilers stand on this one. We're doing another Feast for Crows scenario this time, so anyone who's not caught up on the show and or book should probably not stay away from this episode until you are. But we're doing Feast for Crows, and we're doing, I like to choose my characters as we go. I record these episodes as the season goes along, just so I can record the character who, most excited me last week. And last week, that character was Euron Greyjoy. So that's who we're going to play as, one of my favorite characters in the books. And growing on me in the show. He was awesome in that battle scene last week. So we're going to go ahead and play as Euron Greyjoy here in the scenario of Feast for Crows. Alright, so we're starting out with Euron Greyjoy here. So for those who just watched the show, the situation's a little different where they're starting me. In the situation in the books, the first place he actually decides to raid is the Tyrells. So he actually starts attacking the Tyrells right away, just in his own war of conquest here, and the Ironborn all support him. So the first place they attack are the Shield Isles here, and they got a decent amount of troops. Euron leads a decent amount of troops. For some reason, this scenario doesn't start out with my ships over there, so the first thing I gotta do is make sure I get my ships over there so I have a way out. When the Tyrell troops come to attack me, which they will, the Tyrells down there in the Reach have a lot more. Here, I'll switch it on so you can see the borders here. The Tyrells have a shitload of land here. Very fertile land with lots of troops, lots of ships, very powerful country. So Euron's got a lot of balls for attacking them first. But he doesn't care, so we're going to do it. And I actually do have the advantage since we're fighting him at the water here. There's a really fun tactic I like to use when playing as the Ironborn. But I'm going to set my ambitions and whatnot and handle my counselors, so we'll be right back after I do that. Alright, and so I'm here sending my ships over to reinforce my troops here, because like I said, I need to have a getaway. In case my troops need to retreat because the Tyrell troops are probably already marching their way south. And so I need to have my ships here as a getaway in case they do. And I'm getting word from Winterfell that Ramsay Bolton is torturing Theon. I'm not sure why Euron would care, but I guess he's learned about it. And speaking of prisoners, I was actually going to take a look at that. When you start out as Euron, you have two interesting prisoners right off the bat. The first one is Damphair, who is his brother in the books, who I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet, because they really don't get along to each other. There's a whole dark history there that I'm not going to go into here, but it's an interesting dynamic there. And my other prisoner, who people from the show might remember, is Pyrat Pri. This is the warlock who was fucking with Daenerys in Season 2 back in Karth, that bald, skinny alien fuck. He's the one who tried to take the dragons from her and then got burned alive. In the books, he actually survives and tries to come after Daenerys, but he's captured by Euron Greyjoy on his way back to Westeros. And Euron basically forces him to teach him his magic tricks. So he's not in a good situation right now either, but I guess Pyrat Pri deserved it more than Euron did. Alright, so we're just going to make sure. What I wish I had done is I placed my counselors too soon. What I wish I had done is put them over here near Highgarden and whatnot as scouts. Because you can do that, and then I would be able to see the Tyrell troop movements a little more. All of this is outside of my field of vision here, so these troops could still relatively sneak up on me. I usually still, I think there's troops moving in this area right now. I can usually get away in time, because I highly doubt I'm actually going to take any of these castles. But what I can do is I can draw the doomstack of the Tyrell troops down the river here as they try to come back and take their islands back. And then they'll slowly die of attrition. They'll be marching all together, and I can start to take islands. And what'll eventually happen, and oh god, no, he's torturing his brother. There's nothing I can even do to stop this. Oh, this is unfortunate. And I really can't release him either, because then he'll fight for a claim on the Iron Isles. So I'm so sorry, my brother. But what's going to happen is the Tyrells usually start ferrying troops over here to the islands. So once they start doing that, it's game over for them, because they don't have enough ships to send like large stacks of troops over here. So as long as I don't let them, ferry multiple trips of troops over there, I can start picking them off and whittling them down, and then the reach is as good as mine at that point. So I actually have a legitimate chance of winning this war just because I can out-tactics them and because of my ship advantage. And there they are, the 16,000, and I paused the game as soon as I saw them, which is fortunate. So yeah, 16,000 marching right at us. So what we're going to do right away is nope the fuck out of here. We've done what we needed to do and drawn them out here to the islands. And we're going to get the fuck out of here. Hopefully they don't... Okay, there's even more troops coming than I thought. So we were able to draw almost well over 30,000 here, trying to take us out. So now they're all going to march to the island, try to take their ship back. What we're going to do is, while they're slowly ferrying troops over, and we're going to keep an eye on that, so we're going to head over here and take the Arbor. Remember what I said is they don't have a lot of troops. or they don't have a lot of ships to ferry the troops they have. They have tons of troops. But what we can do is I can take Euron Greyjoy and his group of 10,000 here, and I can take the Arbor, which they can only attack this in groups of like 4,000 or 5,000 tops, given the amount of ships they have. Oh my, that's bad news. So another thing is in the books, Asshai is actually captured, her name is Yara in the show, Theon's sister, is captured by Stannis in the books. So Stannis had her prisoner, and he burned her alive. So that is, oh god, Stannis. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but that's rough. So that's another Greyjoy off the books. So it looks like, yep. Well, I mean, that's kind of good for what I'm doing, because you don't want too many claimants in the Greyjoys once another King's Moot comes up. So Theon's the only one still around, but he's still being tortured. And oh, he's in the Night's Watch now. I guess Ramsay gave him up and let him join the Night's Watch, and now he's serving under Jon Snow. So, well, that's interesting. So there's less Greyjoys to worry about. It's just me and my brother Victarion. Victarion is a fucking really cool, badass character from the books. They kind of combined Victarion and Euron into one character for the show. So the character in the show is just kind of like a scheming bastard who's also like a reaving badass. So it ended up being a cool character in the show. Like I said, that scene between him fighting the Sand Snakes and the Greyjoys was amazing. That whole battle sequence just finally did the Ironborn justice, which they've never gotten in the show. It seems like they've gotten shafted most of the time. Okay, for some reason, I'm getting letters from the Dothraki cows. I'm sieging the Arbor down here, and I just got a letter from a Dothraki cow saying that he's therefore granting himself independence. I don't care. What? First of all, why are they sending letters to anybody? Second of all, why am I getting one of those? Send letters to the whole world. I, the great cow, am declaring independence. That's a little goofy. Maybe the free cities I could see getting something like that, but what the fuck am I doing getting that letter? But it looks like the Arbor's about to be mine, so we're taking at least the castle here. Oh, I can take Assault Wife. Okay. A couple high towers, the highborns. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take her, because that's the Lord's wife, so that'll give me some say in the war score. So and it's a Tyrell. Perfect. Alright, so Euron has captured Assault Wife, and I'm taking the castle of the Arbor. I haven't taken the whole castle. I guess I just took the outer keep. So far, still no Tyrell troops on the front, so we'll cut back to when something's going on. Alright, so I got myself a new spy master, so I placed him in Highgarden here, which is the Tyrell capital, just as a scout, basically, and I see these 16,000 troops just sitting on the capital, and Jon Snow is asking me for help at the wall. No, I'm not doing that, man. I fought the White Walkers too many times in these damn playthroughs. We're not fighting White Walkers this time. I don't care if they've taken over all of Westeros. Well, then I might fight them, because I gotta kill somebody. But I'm not doing it this time. Jon Snow can eat a dick. I'm not doing it. I don't care. Fuck the wall. So these 16,000 are not moving. They're adamant on defending that capital while I just reave my way all over Highgarden here, or all over the Reach. So the Arbor's about to be mine. I could probably take those 16,000 troops if I pop up on them, because they got their troops all split up now. Yep, there's the other 16,000. Fuck. No, that's a lot. I shouldn't have let them land with that many there. I don't know how they did that. Maybe they got some sellsword ships or something like that. So we're going to finish off this castle siege here and go take them out. Oh boy, there's 25,000 there now, but they're dying of attrition, so as long as we're careful, we can still fight them. What we might actually do is go to Highgarden and fight those troops first. And it looks like Jon Snow might have died. Yep, the wall has fallen. So there's a new Lord Commander on the wall. Jon Snow is down. We got Jon Snow down, everybody. So what's happening here is I might actually be able to fight off these troops. I'm gonna send them over this way so they don't know I'm coming. What's happening here is they have too many troops in one location. Okay, this guy sucks. I don't want you in my court. They have too many troops in one location and they can't feed them all, so they're just dying here of attrition. Normally a player would split them up, but for some reason the computer, okay, now they're finally doing it. So now, there we go, they split their troops up finally. So they got about 8,000 there, 14,000 there. That's too many for us. But what we can do is we can go attack their capital now that all those troops are gone, and maybe win the war. What's cool about ironborn ships in this game too, is a lot of people don't even realize this, is they're the only people, or there might be some free cities that can do it too, but they're the only people that I know of that can actually sail up rivers. So these troops can deliver troops all the way up the rivers. And that's cool too, because you can sail like up here in this lake in Harrenhal, you can sail up these rivers here to deliver troops in the Riverlands. You have a lot of options there when you're delivering troops with the Ironborn, which is what makes them powerful. Because they might only get like a cap of like 25,000 troops on a good day. But with those 25,000 troops, it's really hard to chase them down. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep sieging the capital here. Okay, Cersei Lannister is demanding recompense so that because my soldiers are raiding her land. So sorry, we're not gonna follow the plot line of the show here. I'm not giving you anything, Cersei. So you can eat a dick. Because I'm not paying you money because I'm raiding. That's my whole thing, is I raid. If I pay you after I raid, it's not really raiding. It's like I just bought the thing from you. Okay, so it's just my crew taking salt wives. Again, just ironborn things. So what's happening here is I'm down there trying to take the capital. I kind of fucked up. They have too many troops here sieging. I actually could probably go, oh, maybe I should do that. We might have to abandon this siege. We'll see how this is going, because we can go up there and actually catch their troops off guard. They have them split up too far across. Alright, I'll make my decision. Oh boy, Cersei just declared a blood feud on me, so this war's gotten a lot more complicated. Remember when what if I can take Highgarden though and win this war, I'll have a lot more troops to fight Cersei with. So this is my last gambit here, is I gotta take Highgarden and make this war score a 100 right off the bat. So I'm gonna attack before things get rough. I'm gonna attack the walls of Highgarden. Alright, took it. Now I just gotta get Mace Tyrell, because I doubt he's leading troops. Nope, alright, so he's sitting pretty in the castle, so my troops are at his door. So I just gotta be prepared for this attack here, so we're gonna keep attacking the walls with no mercy. Alright, and the second battle is won, and we're just waiting on the third one here. This one should be no problem. And Highgarden is almost taken. God, this city has a lot of walls. I just imagine like a labyrinth inside while we're trying to siege every single one of these walls. Oh my god. Do we have to siege every single hall here? Okay. This better be Highgarden taken. Oh, what? We didn't capture him. Where the hell is he? We took the castle. Well, that's some bullshit. Well, we took Highgarden. I guess that wasn't enough. So I guess we're getting back on our ships. We're going to have to go defend the Iron Isle. So we're going to do... I guess we're doing both. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I sailed all my troops home and found that there's 22,000, roughly, about 23,000 troops attacking the Ironborn, or the Iron Isles in general. But they're very split up, as you can see here. There's about 12,000 over here, 11,000 over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to land here at Sealskin Point with my best generals. That would be my brother Victarion, that would be Dagmar Cleftjaw, who is Theon's main guy, and then myself. Why the fuck not? You know, I gotta be Ironborn. I gotta lead one of these armies myself. And what we're gonna try to do is there's no way that army's gonna get reinforcements from their other stack in time. So we're gonna attack them while they're still just 11,000, and then they'll hopefully retreat back, and then we'll be able to get the numbers game back here. So Victarion, let's show them what you got, buddy. We're at the terrain disadvantage, but we should still easily get this just because I have much better commanders. Yep, there we go. And then I can take out this silly 950 troops who are just sitting out here. They're like, oh shit, we gotta move. Oh shit, run. We're gonna go back down here and continue taking castles. We can go take Old Town. That's a pretty big castle. That should increase our war score. We can go take the Maesters, get some knowledge. So hopefully Samwell Tarly's not here, because if so, he's in for some bad news. Alright, so Victarion's about to attack Old Town. Let's take care of that. Alright, so what I was going to say is there's 15,000 troops whittled down here, and Cersei already gave up her war. I didn't even fight any battles with her, but we take those. Alright, so we took Old Town, so I'm going to send my troops back home so I can deal with these troops who have been pestering me. And this could end the war here, because this is pretty much the rest of the Tyrell strength up here, and I can easily take these guys because they keep splitting up too. So if I can get them to fight me over an island pass, or if I can catch them trying to reinforce themselves as they fight me, I can split them up. Either one of those is going to work, and I'll be able to take them out. Because I got 14,000 here, which is more than they have in general, but still, I want to be careful with these troops. If I land them right here, I might be able to bait them into attacking me, or I can at least take these troops and force the other ones into a crossing in order to reinforce them. So that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to send Victarion, who, like I've already mentioned, is a supreme general. You're not going to find much better in this game. And so he's going to win any fight that's close because he's so good. And, oh god, a salt wife of mine is already pregnant, so I guess I'm going to have a son, which is good, because I haven't gotten married yet in this playthrough. It's tough, because this game is designed to use marriages as, like, a political, like, to get claims and whatnot, but that's tough in the Ironborn, because you can only marry into your own religion. There's not really any good prospects here, so I can just marry anyone, really. So I'm not even going to bother with that. But what I am going to bother with is taking out these troops sieging Pike. Because, hey, that's my home, buddy. I've seen Pike ripped down by the stone. I'm not going to let that happen again. Okay, that message makes no sense. But yeah, we're gonna take out these troops. We're gonna, oh boy, I can play this smarter. Never mind, I should do this. Yep, all right, we're just gonna attack them here. Pretty sure we're gonna get this just because of our commander. Yep, there we go. Even with the reinforced troops, we should have that. Because Victirion, like I said, supreme badass. And oh god, Euron's impregnating everyone. Mid-battle. Mid-battle, he's fucking these women. That's absurd. Alright, we won the battle, which is huge. Now all we gotta do is keep chasing these guys down, and it's pretty much over. So we're gonna do just that. Nowhere to run here. That's the end of the line for you guys. And Victirion, Dagmar, and Euron are coming for you. Alright, so in the midst of battle, I ran into Garland. That trial by combat never happened, surprisingly. It all just fell through, so I guess it was all just smoke. But here it is, Garland Tyrell, in the flesh. And he's coming after me, the king, but I can fight him myself. Or, here's the situation I was trying to make happen to begin with. Victirion runs up behind me and says, "Your Grace, I'll handle this." So here it is, finally. Victirion Greyjoy versus Garland Tyrell. And Garland Tyrell ran away. What? So much for the epic duel. Okay, well, Garland Tyrell, never mind. I'm hyping you up as the supreme badass for the Tyrell family. And he just ran away from Victirion Greyjoy. That's weak, man. That is weak, man. Loras Tyrell wouldn't have run away. He might have died, but at least he would have died like a man. Garland, what the hell, man? Alright, so we're gonna keep fighting these troops. I guess they're just gonna play the runaway game. This war is ours. Especially now that Lord Tyrell, or Lord Tyrell's heir, was seen running away. There's conflicting messages here on my screen, so pay attention to this right here first. There is, I'm finishing off the Tyrell troops down there with Lord Paxter Redwayne leading what's left of the charge. And I also got this message on my screen, which you probably already saw, is that Winterfell fell to the White Walkers, which is really, really bad news. As you can see here, oh yeah, the long night's definitely upon us. The White Walkers have made more ground in this playthrough than any of my other ones so far. That's a lot of land. That light blue is them. So this is a problem. We've run into a problem with them, but I'm not fighting them yet. God damn it, I gotta win this war. Alright, so my first Saltborn boy was born, so this will probably end up being my heir. So we're gonna name him after the brother that I killed, Balon Greyjoy, just to be ironic. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna legitimize him. That's gonna be the prince, damn it. Prince Balon. The queen mother was just some random salt wife I had, but hey. Hey, that's how legends are born, damn it. I guess. Alright, so apparently controlling Highgarden and defeating the entire Tyrell army isn't enough, so we're gonna attack Highgarden again. Because there's some troops reinforcing it here who I guess we're trying to take the castle back, and we're not gonna let that happen. Look, as you get all these little patches here, that's Lord Tyrell trying to re-raise his troops. And so he's probably going to be able to re-raise like maybe 1,000. Oh, and actually there's some decent stacks popping up here. But they're trying to regroup, so we got to cut them off because they actually might be able to outnumber me if I let this happen. So I'm going to cut these guys here off at Midheart. And then we're going to cut off these 6,000 troops down at Darkdale here. Alright, so we were able to catch about 6,000 troops here at Old Town, which is going to be a pretty hefty battle. So we'll see. Okay, again, Euron, trying to have sex during the battle. Whatever, sure, I'll make a move. Multitasking, having sex with women during a battle that we're winning, for the record. Alright, there we go. That took us to 88%. This is just ridiculous. Alright, so there's 9,000 troops there at Highgarden. I'm just going to walk over there and kill them, damn it. Let's make a quick end of this. That has got to be the final end of this. I've said that a million times. Tommen the Kinslayer. That's good. Who did you murder, Tommen? What Lannister did you kill, damn it? Who did you kill? Was it Jaime? No, he died, but he was slain by Osbert during a trial by combat. Whoever the fuck that is. Alright, so, Tommen, no. To answer your question, I'm not joining your war. I'm still, if you haven't noticed, I'm attacking your biggest ally, so tough chance there. Alright, so there's 14,000 Tyrell troops here, and 11, or about 10,000 of me. But they're playing it fast and loose with this 4,800 led by Lord Garland, the sniveling coward. So, oh, we can go after Garland now. He has made himself vulnerable. Alright, so we're going after him. No mercy. We're going to cut him off. And we got to get there before he runs away again. Alright, right to Horn Hill. We can get him right here. And I don't think his 10,000 are coming to help him out. No, they aren't. Yep, we're going to catch him at Middlebury. There we go. Yep, we're going to take out them, and then hopefully the reinforcements come in right at the end. Yep, there we go. Now we have a chance to win the whole battle. Yes, there it is. See, right there is a perfect example. That won the war, by the way. perfect example of what having a killer general like Euron Greyjoy can do you in this game. Because they outnumbered us. Granted, we had the advantage because we started fighting them. They came in 2 separate groups. But we won that because this motherfucker right here is the supreme commander. Yes, that was awesome. And guess what? War score's finally at 100. We can demand our, or get our, we can get our thing here, if I can talk. And oh, I'm so happy that I can't even speak. Because look at this. Iron Isles. Bam, big letters right there on the reach. God damn it. We did it. We took out, that's literally the biggest kingdom with the most troops here. And we fucking did it. Now we can lower our troops finally. And go sing a secret toast to the new king, Euron Greyjoy. And we'll take a look at the world here before I got my ambition to win the war. There we go. Oh, I forgot to set goals for myself this episode. I was trying to make it a thing this season where I would set goals for each character. I guess my goals were just be a pirate, and I did that. Checkmate. Or check mark. God, I'm a mess. I did it. Become a pirate. The goal accomplished. Alright, so let's take a look around the world before we end it here. We'll see what happens. So, Garland Tyrell, the sniveling coward. I now have Highgarden. And you know what? Before we end this, Euron Greyjoy, you won me. You won me this place, man. Completely out of character. I'm gonna give it to you, man. It's all yours. The whole chocolate factory, Charlie. It's all yours. A reaver's deed in a weary world, and you get the whole reach, buddy. Look at that. You deserve it. He went from -100 to 100. Even after, look at that, rival and tortured my kin. Doesn't matter if you give him titles. Now we're the best of bros. And we can, you know what? And my other brother, things are going fine. Released from prison. You're free to go. My salt wives, you're free to go. It's all good in the world. We won the war. You're all free to go. And Cersei Lannister declared war on me very briefly and then ended it because she joined the White Walker War. We can check on the status of that. Oh boy, not looking good. We can place a guy over here just to look at what the troop movements are like. Oh boy, not seeing anything, just deadness. Oh boy, we let Winterfell fall in this playthrough. Chances are they were going to keep going even farther south. The capital of the north is now Moat Cailin, way down here. So anyway, we'll end it there. Now that's the end of this playthrough. We won the war, damn it, we were a pirate. Euron Greyjoy is the character I've been waiting to play as. But otherwise, I'll be here next week playing as another character. If you have any suggestions, like I said. Otherwise, thanks for watching.